Alright, let's actually get something done today. Welcome to part 2 of setting up my porch for Christmas. And of course, we're going to use my super sketchy ladder. Of course, I tried to set up the ladder before even bringing in my piece. So we had to remove the ladder, bring our piece in, secure it to the wall, and then we can finally bring the ladder back. But once we got it into place and we made sure that the measurements were right, that's when we can finally use the ladder. So we squeezed that bad boy through my archway. Then I started gluing everything to the wall as much as I possibly could. I believe I went through an entire bag of glue sticks just to get this frame to stay on my wall. This is how I got my gingerbread house to stay up last year. So I'm guessing it'll work this year as well. But then again, it wasn't as heavy as it was last year. So I guess we'll see. But we started putting up the branches. I'm already loving it so much. I did have to pull up my doorbell camera to make sure that I don't cover it. And it was kind of cool and kind of fun to like shape around it so that it still looks nice, but I can also see outside. So once I finally figured that out, I continued putting up all of the branches. And this is what it ended up looking like all together. I can already see the vision coming to life and I think it's so cute. It's definitely giving off that elegant vibe that I'm going for. After we finished the branches, that's when we started working on the lights. Last year I didn't have any lights for my decor and I really hated that I didn't have any lights. So this year I'm going to make sure that I add those. However, it's clearly my first time using lights because we did it wrong, so I had to take it all off and then start over. Thankfully, it was very easy and it went by very quickly. But now that it's all up, this is what it ended up looking like at night. It is so stunning. So now that we're done with that, here we are the next morning going to start on the outer arch. It's going to be the exact same as the inner arch. My only issue is that this gutter area right here is running into my arch. We had to figure out how we were going to adjust to that, but we eventually figured it out. So now we can start adding on the branches, but that's going to take us a minute, so one sec.